Aslah Mohammed from grade 10F is a thoughtful and inspiring young star. Guided by his father, Mr. Mohammed, and his mother, Ms. Usaira, he is motivated by the belief, the people who have the least are often the ones who give the most, which reflects his generous and compassionate nature. Inspired by Vin Jiang and TED Talks, Aslah constantly seeks to grow, learn, and express himself creatively. A passionate writer, he enjoys crafting stories and exploring literature, drawing inspiration from books like Beneath the Same Sky. Aslah aspires to become both an author and a doctor, combining his love for storytelling with his desire to help and heal others. He stands out as a learner who combines intelligence with empathy. Aslah's dedication, imagination, and insightful approach to life make him a remarkable example for his peers. Let's applaud this bright, creative, and inspiring young mind.
We live in the busiest generation in history. Not the most productive, the busiest. People today are surrounded by information, expectations, comparisons, deadlines, and opinions, so much so that silence now feels uncomfortable and being still feels unproductive. Today, I want to talk about the lie that keeps us busy. This lie isn't a single sentence. Rather, it's a collection of beliefs we absorb over time. That we must have life figured out early, that slowing down means falling behind, that productivity equals worth. These sound motivating, but together they become dangerous because they don't create clarity. Rather, they create motion, constant motion without meaning. We're told progress is everything. So we fill every single moment of our lives with studying, with planning, with working, with comparing ourselves to people we barely know. We feel productive, yet unclear. Now, we feel productive, yet unclear. So let me introduce myself. Hello everyone, Aslah Mohammed, student and author, standing before you to present you with a simple yet uncomfortable lie that I once believed in too. There was a time when my days were full. I studied, I learned, I worked, yet I couldn't answer a basic question. Why am I doing all of this? And that's when I realized something important. Staying busy had become my way to avoid slowing down, because slowing down forced me to think, and thinking forced me to face uncertainty. And that's exactly why this lie survives even today. Busy looks successful, busy gets praised, busy avoids uncomfortable questions. Questions like, what do I actually want? Who am I becoming? And is this direction even mine? Hence, busyness becomes a distraction from confusion, from doubt, from the fear of not having it all figured out. Hold on. Hello? Yeah, I'm quite busy at the moment, so do you mind if I call you back? All right, perfect. Catch you later. Bye. And that leads to the real issue. The problem isn't that people lack time, it's that we lack mental space. We lack stillness. We lack moments of honest reflection. We don't feel lost because we're doing nothing. We feel lost because we're doing too much without understanding. Clarity does not come from constant movement. It comes from awareness. And awareness requires pauses. Sometimes the most productive thing a person can do is stop. Not to quit, but to think. Whether their busyness is building a life or merely filling time. Because a life that is always busy but never examined is not truly successful. Rather, it is simply occupied. Because one day, and trust me on this, one day when the noise finally stops, the most uncomfortable thing won't be the silence. It will be the fact that you never asked yourself who you were becoming. with that, thank you all so much for your attention today. And this is Aslah Mohammed signing off. Have an incredible day ahead.